Hello, wonderful people. We are live for another Watercolor Wednesday. Welcome back. I see some of you are hopping on here. I hope you're all doing well. We have the intro to watercolor class is now full. Uh, We have a waiting list. You can come join us next next and 5 weeks from now. You can come join us. So, but you can also sign up over at my website, GabrielStocktonFineArt.com, and go check out the website. The website has workshops tabs. Go click on that. We've got the upcoming Cheap Joes. If you want to stay up to date on my blog and the thing that I sent out, go over there and you'll have a little pop up. Sign up on that pop up and you'll get added to the newsletter. There's one coming out this Thursday, tomorrow, because this is Watercolor Wednesday. So if you don't know by now, my name is Gabriel Stockton. This is Watercolor Wednesday. We are going to look at staining colors today. But before I go there, I'm super stoked. This came in the mail today. Let me zoom out. So those of you that know me well, you know that I'm a big fan of Cheap Joe's art stuff. They carry Daniel Smith paints. They carry Fabriano paper. Guess what? We can actually go ahead and just take a few minutes. We got a few more people signing on here. So, this is the brand new catalog, and you can get it shipped to you free. Just go to their website at Cheap Joe's, and let's see. Let's just hop in here. The cool thing that I enjoy, other than we lost the founder, Joe Miller, great guy, huge advocate for watercolor in the arts. I really like this. I have a painting in here. We'll get to it, but there are so many great things in here that I didn't even know about, and I was like, "Holy cow! Are you kidding me?" Super rad. And let's just take a look. We got a chapter on watercolor paints, acrylic paints, specialty paints, oil, sculpture, printmaking, pastels, drawing, other miscellaneous supplies, watercolor brushes, oil and acrylic brushes, and then all kinds of paper. I mean, all kinds. And then it goes into canvas and wood substrates. Substrates is a fancy word for surfaces to paint on. All right. And the lighting's going to change a little bit because, well, we're in the afternoon and it's going to fluctuate. Studio equipment, easels and whatnot for plein air supplies. I want to say that's a new one, but I could be wrong. They've been getting more and more different types of easels for specifically plein air, which is great. We've featured some of them on here, and we featured some at Watercolor Live when I was faculty. Let's see, art exhibit stuff, books and DVDs, and young artists. And so, what's really cool is they have a group of artists, and this is great. We even got the regional manager here, Allie. We've got this is great. I just love these smiles, and you get to see their art. Look at that. Here we go. We've got retail associates, and their artwork. Super rad. Very nice. Very nice. And then we're moving into more people. Even store manager Jessica. Look at that. Or Jess. And then we got John over here. Look at that piece. This is pretty cool landscape by Kai. And then we got Lana. And then Shirley. Look at that cute little thing. And we're paused for some reason. Bum, bum, bum. Let's get this camera to wake up. I'm not quite sure. Let's pop back on. Oh. We will. Oh, maybe we're back. Well, that's fine. While the camera is deciding to wake up, let's see. We're in the comments. And we got a comment here from Nico. Hey, Gabriel. Perfect timing for my lunch break. Glad to have you here, Nico. And hey, there's Tim. Good to see you, Tim. Mr. Gabriel. Thanks, buddy. And Chuck Davis. Hey, Chuck. And we've got hello from New York from Tonal Love. Right on, right on. Glad to have you here. So let's see what's going on with our camera. Hey, wake up, buddy. Bum, bum, bum. We will go over here. Let's see. We've got we've got the upcoming workshop that's over here in the top right corner. And we've got all kinds of cool stuff going on. Let's see if we got that up. Oh, there it is. We've got sign up before February 4th. That is just around the corner. Wow, January flew, right? Isn't that just nuts? Hey, Doc Day. Doc Day is signed up. We're doing this watercolor workshop with Cheap Joe's. I was just talking about the actual catalog. And yes, the class is $265. You can join us on February 12th and the 13th. We take a day off. We come back on the 15th. These are not long belabored days. If you go over to Cheap Joe's, put my name, Gabriel Stockton, in the search, there's a nice video that comes up and explains the course. And there's a syllabus. So if you have some of the items, super. If you don't, that's all good. So you are here at Watercolor Wednesday, and let's see what's going on. Put that back on the stage. Let's get rid of this. I'll pull up the comments again. Lance Meyer is here. Coach Lance Meyer. Glad to see you. All right, Doc Day. So we're looking at the Cheap Joe's 2024 catalog before we dive in. Hey, and there is Edwina May. She will be hosting the workshop. She's the admin that will, you'll talk to her if you email or if you have any questions. Look at that cute little dog. Isn't that adorable? And what's cool in this catalog, like I said, you can get this free shipped to you. And it tells you what they used. So for this one here, she used Daniel Smith Permatex, Faber Castle watercolor soluble pencil, and Micron pins on a panel. Ooh, so sorry. And my day started early. Now we've got some cool artists that also, well, those were cool artists too. But look at this. We've got some artwork in here. And isn't this wonderful? Bum, bum, bum. This is so inspiring. We'll just quickly go in here. I did not memorize which page mine is on. Hey, there, look at there. Good stuff. All right, there it is. So this painting also just got into the Western Fed show that's going to start up here soon. And here it is, Daniel Smith watercolors on Kilimanjaro paper. Gabriel Stockton, San Diego, California. All right. So we've got some other artists in here, which is wonderful. So inspiring. And now we're moving into some cool art supplies. I'm not going to go through. So there are 467 pages of art supplies. All right. And let's just flip through this real quick. Look at there, watercolors. Isn't that cool? I have this guy. He's right over here to the right of me. And there's my buddy Ward Gene Strout, also known as Brusho Guy. He's got his own tube of paint. And this is American Journeys colors. Hey, wow, this is all Daniel Smith colors. Pretty wild. And this isn't even gouache or the watercolor sticks. This is just straight up tubes of paint. So we're going to be looking at those today. Here we got some Permatex. Very nice. Very nice. All right. There's some sets that you can get. Here's Daniel Smith's watercolor sticks. Now we're moving into some other brands. Look at that. More watercolor, more brands. Wonderful. Oh, now we're into gouache from Daniel Smith. Dun, dun, dun. Now we're into some acrylics. Let's find it. And this is all tabbed too, okay? Oh, poop. I don't know what's going on with this camera. But hopefully we don't have this problem all day because I really want to show you these staining colors. So thanks for your patience. Dun, dun, dun. And let's see, we come back on. Bum, bum, bum. Come on. There we are. We are back. So we got some latex paints. All right. So I was going to just show you. There's tabs here. So let's go to another tab. This tab is, wow, sculpture and pottery. That's pretty cool. We got another tab on art markers and drawing. Supplies. All kinds of art supplies. If you could probably think of it, it's probably in here. And if you can't find it in your local place, it's probably here. We got brushes. Another tab is on papers and stuff. Look at there. Kilimanjaro paper. Pretty nice, pretty nice. And let's see, we got another tab here. Oh yeah, framing supplies. They have pre-cut mats that you can get. Look at there, you can get some frames. There's more frames. Let's go to another tab. Oh, there we go. Plein air easels. Super cool. Let's see. Good stuff. Oh, there's the Eric Rhodes brush clip. This clips on, and then your brushes go in here. I have one of those. It's great. I'm looking for my studio easel. I want you guys to see the easel I use. So it's similar to this Richardson, how it lays like that. So it's not just an easel for like acrylics or oil painting. Here it is. It's the Cheap Joe's top notch easel. So see how it lays flat, and see how it kind of sets on an angle. So I could either paint flat. Oh, here it is. I could paint on an angle. This is the one I have at Spanish Village. Okay? So you ever come visit me and you see me painting, this is what I'm using. And it is, oh no, it's the Cheap Joe's Combo Easel. And yeah, look at there. Right now it's 155. That's a steal. I'm not gonna tell you how much I got it for. We got some books back here, some DVDs. It blew my mind how many of the books of DVDs I actually had in here. All right, so there we go. Now on with the show. Um, we had someone. You know how I will post like a really like they're called bulletins here or posts, and some of you have actually answered them and said, "Hey, so just like a post on Instagram or Facebook and such, there's post here, and if you subscribe, if you hit that little subscribe button there or smash it, you can get those sent to you when I post them." And someone had said, "Hey, can we look at staining colors?" And I said, "Yeah." So one of the people, if you haven't seen the interview, because we also have a podcast here, and we got a new thing of podcast coming up, is we have Linda Dahl. And Linda Dahl is a local here in San Diego. She's known worldwide. She's really big with NWS and San Diego Watercolor Society, National Watercolor Society, AWS, American Watercolor Society, and and also there's one that's worldwide. But anywho, so she uses a lot of staining colors. Okay, so if we look on the back, so this is a dot card. I have my own dot card. Other Daniel Smith brand ambassadors have these dot cards. So we've got some wonderful colors. Someone had said, "Hey, can we look at staining colors? I know you don't use them, but can you show them to us?" And I said, "Sure, why not?" So if we look on the back here, a non-staining color is a number 1. Do you see that? And a number 2 is low staining, number 3 is medium, and number 4 is a high staining color. Now, if you can't get your hands on this, you can get your hands on one of these. And this isn't fully updated, but it's got 238 colors in here. So you're not sure which ones to buy yet. You can get one of these. And John, thank you, John and Catherine, for sending this so that we can go through this. So we're going to look at some of these colors here that are stainings. And so we're not looking for where it says the series number. See right here, it says series. We're looking at this second row. Okay. I'm seeing 2s. Here's a 4. That's a phthalo turquoise. Okay. So I got some water over here. And this is what you do, is you just get this little guy wet and you paint out this little section. Now, there is enough. Oops, so sorry. I was off camera. My bad. We're going to do a painting today too, but we're going to first address some staining colors. So you're going to see, all right, here we have phthalo green. Now, this is phthalo green YS. That means it's a yellow shade. All right, so this is phthalo turquoise, and this other one says phthalo green. Apologize for that camera again. Boom, boom, boom. Come on back, camera. Do, do, do. All right, we're gonna wake up that camera and get back on it. And some of you aren't interested in these colors, and that's fine. I can see some people have dropped off, and some people don't have a desire to know what they're painting with. They're just not there yet. So look at this. So that was phthalo green yellow shade. Here we have phthalo green blue shade. So you might want to look at your colors if you have some Daniel Smith colors. And what's going on here, friend, is it says blue shade and yellow shade. So this green on the color wheel is going back over here towards yellow. Okay? I think I might just have a color wheel right here. Nope, but I have a color chart. And, alright. But you get my point, right? We can get a piece of sketch paper here. So, what we're seeing, when it says yellow shade, if we have our color wheel here, and we've got, at the top, we've got yellow, and then red and blue. All right, so blue and yellow make green, right? It's a secondary color. So these are actually tertiary colors because this one over here is a yellow green, and this one over here is a BS or BG, blue green. Okay, so what does that look like? This is what it looks like, friend. We've got the yellow shade right here, and we've got our blue phthalo shade here. Now you're gonna find out these are rich. These are uber rich. Look at that. And I'm gonna tell you right now, this is not for a beginner. And that's why some people might be dropping off, because this is moving into like the novice way to paint and understand. So this color is not gonna lift. If you're one of those people that like to dab, 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 and then take a paper towel and try to pull that back out, this is not gonna work for you. Okay, it's gonna stain this. Okay. And you can see there, even though I can bring back, it looks like we're bringing back white, right? But it's not. It's stained. This is the white over here. And this, friend, is the stained white-ish color now. So just know, if you're using phthalos, because that's what we're starting to see here, right? Phthalo blue turquoise. Now, I'm just pulling out the fours just so you can see, because we could be here all day. So here's phthalo blue turquoise. So earlier we were looking at, this is phthalo turquoise and this is phthalo blue. Can you see the difference? Okay. I don't use phthalo colors. It's very rare. Now, our good friend Linda Dahl, if you saw the interview with Linda Dahl, she likes staining colors, because look at there. She's got the phthalo turquoise, the phthalo blue red shade, okay, phthalo blue green shade. It's not GS like Gabriel Stockton. phthalo blue green shade. So this blue is headed back to green. All right. This blue is headed back to red. That's why the RS. Okay. And do you see the number 4 right there? That means that this is a staining color. Okay. So that's one of the things I really enjoy about Daniel Smith is they're all about quality. Hey, Summer, you're back, and it looks like we've got some questions. Nico says, I just bought 18 Daniel Smith colors. Good idea now to check this information out on my colors. Hey, Nico, was that a box set? I'm just curious. All right, and we've got another question here from Tone Love. I believe most of, not all, the phalos are very strong in staining. All right. If you think so. Dun dun dun. And we're primarily talking about Daniel Smith today, okay? Why do some people like Linda Dahl like staining colors? Are there any advantages? Chuck Davis, that's a great question. I would highly recommend after today, hop on my channel and you can scroll down until you see that wonderful interview with Linda Dahl. I'm trying to find my. So I'm gonna show you what it looks like. So you guys know what you're looking for. Okay. So here we are on YouTube. I'm gonna go to my channel. Bump, bump, bump. And then we go to videos. And if you see one like this with a person's face, that means that's an interview. Okay. So this is the video that's up currently about the workshop. All these ones with the wonderful faces. Look at there, Steve Mitchell, who is a great YouTuber that's live on here. Here's another YouTuber, Buffy. We've got Angela Fair, another good friend of mine. These are friends. And there's one from Joseph, who makes my brushes. And I'm looking for Linda Dahl. Here's one on book recommendations. This is by far, this is the one that just gets so much attention. Actually, it's this book review. All right, so we're looking for Linda Dahl. It has her cute little face on there. Maybe I went too far. Maybe it's under podcast. Yep. So you go under the podcast. You can listen to these going down the road or going for a walk, getting in your steps. I would suggest that you would maybe watch it on your Fire Stick on your TV, so you can see what we talk about. So we'll click on here, Linda Dahl's thing. Gotta love those advertisements, right? And here we are with Linda Dahl.
And the ads play way too much attention on the face. I think that the body language
She's great.
Is for me so much more important. If I look a block away and
Now, I will show you. Getting to your question, I really am. And what we're looking for is a picture of Linda Dahl's art. And it'll show up in the video as we talk. But, it's probably faster is if I just pull up Linda Dahl's art. Okay. Bump, bump, bump. Thanks for your patience. Now, Linda Dahl does not paint on white paper. And this is the reason why we are doing this wonderful series with the staining. Because last week we did tonal paper, right? Toned paper. Linda Dahl. It helps to spell, but it's also fun to have dyslexia. If you don't know, I have dyslexia. It's a blessing. All right, so we look at Linda Doll's images. Of course, doll stuff comes up, right? Bum, bum, bum. So we're going to go to Linda Doll's website. It's coming up. And let's find some of her cool. She does these people. And watercolors. So check this out. This is Linda Doll's work. And see the quality of the painting. It's very luminous. Okay. So she actually gets sheets of paper. Here's a good one. You see this painting? See how it looks nice and soft and light? She actually takes staining colors and paints the paper and tones it a color. Look at this. She toned this color blue. Okay. And so she has this whole story that she talks about why the people are not facing us. And I'll ruin it if I cut it in half. So this is Linda Doll's work. It's very consistent. You know when it's a Linda Doll painting. Great question. We got more questions here. Bum, bum, bum. And here we go. Nico, I got the Essentials 6 set. Then chose 12 other colors because it couldn't decide. Hey, that is a good way to start. Because you know what? These little guys like this come here. And there's colors that come in them. And this one's old and messy. And you can pull these out. Okay. But the Essentials kit, what he's talking about. If we look at the Daniel Smith catalog, the Essentials kit is Essentials kit. It comes with phthalo blue. All right. So let's look at that. Phthalo blue. And it's really, really strong color. So, well, there's phthalo blue was the next one. All right, so look at this phthalo blue red shade. And what I'm going to do, just for giggles, is there's a nice sheet of nice watercolor paper. And here's phthalo blue. All right. So, say you get this color, and you're like one of those people that constantly are taking a tissue paper and trying to pull this out. Okay. My recommendation, okay, it's going to drip back in there. All right. My recommendation is come over here and get a French ultramarine. All right. French ultramarine or ultramarine blue. Okay. It's a number 3. So it's a low staining color. Okay. So I'm going to take this color, and the camera is off a little bit. So it looks a little more warmer than that. But so if you already have French ultramarine or right here, ultramarine blue, look at that. Look how close they look. All right. So if you want a color that now the phthalo does not granulate. Okay, it says right here, no, it doesn't granulate. All right, and right here it says it does granulate on the French ultramarine and the regular ultramarine. Okay, so just so you know, the staining colors do not, well, the phthalos, they don't granulate. And that was our friend's other thing that she had said, was she does not like granulation. Okay, so let's find another color in here that's a number 4. So that's a 2, a 2, a 1. Here we go at 3s. If you have any questions about any Daniel Smith colors, I'll find it on here. So here's another phthalo blue. This is phthalo blue here. Okay. This one looks even different than this guy. Look at that. It's almost like electric blue. See that? Pretty wild. All right, moving on. Let's go to another. So this kit comes with 4 sheets. All right, you can get this at your local art store. Okay. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, if there's any colors that you also would like me to find on here, I'm happy. And yes, I do own all of these colors. I'm very grateful to have a plethora of colors. Now, these are all earthly looking colors, okay? And I'm not seeing anything. I bet we're going to have to go to the reds. These are earth colors and browns. Indian reds here, but it's a number 3. It's not quite a number 4. Bum, bum, bum. All right, look here. Perylene. Let's look at perylene. Wow, that's pretty wild. And we'll just put it over here for fun. Look at that. So perylene, maroon is a staining color. It's got a number 4 under it. Let me double check on this sheet in case I passed anybody. Because I was looking at permanent brown. Do you know why it says permanent brown? I know, but do you know? Put in the chat if you know why it says permanent brown. I'll give you a hint. It has to do with the light fastness. Bum, bum, bum. All right, we are looking now at some other colors here. We've got sepia, which is a number 2. It's a nice color to be able to lift. Dun, dun, dun. We've got some of these other lovely colors. Bum, bum, bum. It's light fast. Chuck Davis, did you just cheat? Hey, light fast. What does it mean? Well, let me show you right here on this chart. Light fastness we have, which is rated a number 1 for excellence. All right. Number 2 for very good. Number 3 is fair. And number 4 is fugitive. Now that means that color is going to last a certain amount of time. Permanent brown means it's going to not fade. Okay. So look at here. If this permanent brown, it has a light fastness that is a number 1. So it's going to outlast you. Your painting, it's going to be 100+ years. All right. I'm looking for. Here we go. Here we go. There's some reds. Let's look at some reds. Because here's a good question. Is alizarin crimson. Some of you have a Limson Crimson. See this? A Limson Crimson. Now, my instructor in college wanted me to have a Limson Crimson, but not permanent Limson Crimson. So here is permanent Limson Crimson. The difference in the two. Okay, so if you have a tube of this, a Daniel Smith, what I want you to do is look and see, is it permanent or is it the regular? And check it out. It's got a number 4 for fugitive. Okay, it's got a number 4. And then this one has a number 2. Or sorry, number 1. So permanent Limson Crimson has a better light fastness, all right, than the regular Limson Crimson. Now, this color mixes more like a traditional, okay? So if you have an instructor that's he wants you to paint like Raffaele or Michelangelo or any of those artists that have that like a Ninja Turtle name, that's why. Okay? Let's look for some staining colors in red. And there's a number 3, 3, 2, 3, 3, 2. Here we go. Permanent red. So permanent red right here. This color. Dun, dun, dun. This color is a number 4. And so this is a staining color. Okay. See that? All right. Moving on. What else we got? Carmine. Carmine is a staining color. Now, back in the day, Joseph Zavukovich would have this color. And I asked him, hey, why did you use carmine? And he said, well, back then, there weren't a whole bunch of colors to choose from. So he used carmine back in the day, and now he uses a different red. Now, this red is a cool red, okay? Can you see how this one's cooler? That one's warmer. This one's moving towards the cool. All right, we got some other. Chuck Davis, you're right. It doesn't fade. Way to go. And we got Tone Love says possibly lasts over 100 years. You know, it's really cool. Check out Daniel Smith's page and they tell you how they figure out the light fastness. Chuck Davis says a Limson Crimson is fugitive, fades quickly. You know, I don't paint with it, so I couldn't tell you. Another color that's staining, let's see. How about any oranges? Are there any staining oranges? Dun, 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 dun. See, it's always good for me to answer these questions because it reminds me of if, you know, I have to go back to the basics sometimes to remember stuff. Chloe, wow, this is great. Thank you so much. All right, so how about yellows? Is there any staining yellows? Well, buff titanium is 1. We got Nico, 1. Bismuth, a 2, 2, 3, 2, 2. Very low staining these yellows. Cadmium yellow is a number 3. That's the highest so far. Mayan yellow. That's a cool yellow. It's not staining though. It's a number 1. Oops, sorry. Off camera. And we'll put that over here. Just fun. It's a fun yellow. I'm thinking about putting it on my palette. Just because it's not quite yellow. Like Hansa yellow. Hansa Yellow Light is what I use. It looks like this. It has more of a warmth to it. The Hansa yellow looks kind of more green. This looks a little more reddish orange. See that? All right. Wait, I think someone asked about a color. Yes, Nico did. What is the difference between Queen Gold Deep and Queen Sienna? Great question. Let's look at it. Bum, bum, bum. We got Queen Gold. Now, Queen Gold Deep is one of my favorite colors. So look, here's Queen Gold here. And did you see it first looked dark, right? But look how golden that little lovely guy is. Nice, huh? So we'll put that over here. This is Queen Gold Deep, which is even more orangey. Okay. Now, so you said Quinn Gold Deep. So there's Quinn and bum bum bum. I don't have this memorized. Here we go. Quinn Gold Deep is up here on the top. Quinn Gold Deep. Look at that. Oh my goodness. I like the Queen Gold Deep because it starts out deep and strong. I can get it down to the Queen Gold by adding more water, but I can't get the Queen Gold to go Queen Gold Deep unless I add something to it. All right, and then did you say quinacridone sienna? You did, and it's right here. So let's grab another little paper here. And you know, when these dry, they look lighter, right? So we'll look back at them later. All right, so Queen Gold Deep. Now, you can join us on Thursdays with Daniel Smith. You go to the website, and we have a Zoom link, or you can watch them posted at a later time here on YouTube. So there we go. We got the tricky thing about this. You've got to have a lot of water to rinse out your brush. All right, Quincy, and here we go. It looks a lot orangey. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, it almost looks, you know, those really good looking pumpkins that don't look bleached out by the sun. So look at that. This is a lot more gold, and this is a lot more red. And I know we got lots of light today. You see the difference? Nice. I want to compare a color I like, which is currently on my palettes, and it's back over here at the oranges. So I'm gonna bring this one back with this little swatch. You got my brain going there, Nico. Thank you so much. So, transparent pyro orange. Where are you? So here's pyro orange, right here. So Daniel Smith pays this lady to put these little dots on there. That's her job. And yeah, it's a nice little job just putting all these little dabs of paint. Permanent orange, cat orange. Where are you, transparent pyro orange? Do, do, do. Don't be shy. Let's see, is he here? Quinn. You know what? This might be an older chart. Pyro orange, Aussie red gold. Transparent orange. There it is. So, transparent orange is a low staining color. Transparent pyro orange. Holy mackerel. Look at that. This is totally different than the two of them. There we go. So it's really orangey. So if I wanted, I can make this color by putting these two colors together. I can add that color to this color and get kind of close. All right. Nice. Bum, bum, bum. All right. Back to finding some staining colors. I'm looking for some 4s. And oh, look at there. Quin Violet. Quinacridone Violet is all right. We have permanent red. Permanent reds here and quinacridone violet. Let's put this by, and they are different. Look at that. There's your permanent red, and then there's your quinacridone. Bum, bum, bum. All right, moving along. And we got 3s and 2s. And all right, we're gonna move over here to some greens. I know there's some staining colors in greens. Dun dun dun. And then what we got here. So now I'm gonna have to buy Queen Gold Deep. What a great looking color. Yeah, Queen Gold Deep is your money in gold. Like, you will love it. So, because the Alimson Crimson, here, I'll pull out my palette. So, I pull out my palette. This color, Queen Gold Deep, it looks dark and brown, right? But when I get in there and I add some of that, then I can get it even lighter, okay? See that? And if I paint like a street scene, I first put this color down. If it's a nice, warm, hot day, this is my underpainting to get rid of the white. And then I put another color on it that will then make it that cool street gray, color. All right. Underpainting. Whoa. That's a whole nother science talk. All right. Off to our greens. Let me grab another little sample of paper. All right. Phthalo green. If it says phthalo, I'm pretty sure it's staining. There you go. Phthalo green. Blue shade. All right. Look at that over here. Jeez, off camera. All right. All 9 of you are here. And we're going to go. Look, here we got phthalo turquoise. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? The two of those. We got phthalo green yellow shade. Are you starting to see a resemblance? All right. And oh, how silly of me. Somehow I got a double sheet. Oh my gosh. I was having like a moment of like what's that word, like deja vu. Oh, it's been a long day. It's all good. So that gives us a good eye for some staining colors. Okay. I'm just gonna stop there because we are, let's see, where are we at? Wow, we're already hitting the hour. Bum, bum, bum. And a demo or lesson or discussion on underpainting would be great. Oh, Chuck. Hey, if you yeah, it is a good time. I love doing this stuff. And oh, let's get the painting. Where's it at? All right, check this out. So, I was working with one of my students, and she might be cooking dinner. She's gonna watch this later. So we talked about painting a scene, and we've got some horses here. And be very kind to yourself when you are doing your drawing for your watercolor. You don't have to get this sketch in the perfect, okay? Um, and what I mean by that is that's why we have the wonderful invention of an eraser. And you all know I like a kneaded eraser, right? And that you can get on the Cheap Joe's catalog. I just ordered 4 of them, and I love it because now they come like uber large. So I'm just gonna do a little section of this painting, and I want to show you why. So right here, we've got this roof, and I'm seeing a trend of new beginners having a hard time with this underpainting for watercolor. Like they could do it for like oh, let me clear this part. This is the only time I clean my palette is when I don't need this color. So to Chuck Davis. Hey, there's Debbie. Bum bum bum. I agree about the underpainting lesson. Well, I'm glad you're here. And here we go. So Debbie has me tutoring her, and all that's on the website. If you want to get tutored, we set up a time. You sign up for 3 classes. We pick the schedule, and we go from there. And I look at your work, and I figure out what you need to work on. Okay, so let's talk about underpainting. So we know that there are nice little trees out there. So I'm going to grab some yellow. This is what I teach my beginning students here at the art school is I'm going to paint these trees first, right in here. The lightest color. Okay. So right now I want some nice yellow. And for our staining friend question, you could probably stain this part because I'll always joke around. I'm killing whitey. What do I mean? I am killing the white of the page. And so I'm going to bring that same yellow. Okay. Don't make the mistake of taking different yellow. Okay. So this has to be painted all at once. I'm saving my whites. You see that? And then this little tree is going to come around. This is called negative painting with positive attitude. All right. And yep, we're doing it. All right. And then so this is nice and light, okay? Then what I'm going to do is let that set up. So the difference is if I take a green, and some of you've done this, and I'm not pointing fingers, but you've come in here and painted your tree. Okay, so you come over here and you start painting this tree, and there's white on the other side of the tree, right? And then you come over here and you paint around in here your blue sky. Okay. If you've been around me for a while, you know that I will paint my sky and then paint my tree on top of it. I think of it as a background and a foreground, okay, and a middle ground. And so now I'm going to take, so just a minute ago, I had some yellow paint right here that was really liquidy, and I used this mop brush, which holds lots of water. You just saw me use this brush over here for the dry brushing. So as we see right here, there's a lot more liquid, okay? And then over here, there's a lot more pigment. Not as much water and liquid is in here. So now I need to do that similar thing. I'm going to grab this green. You can, this is the belly of the brush, right? We get where it gets to the ferrule. That's where it's holding a lot of water. So I'm going to take a little bit of that out, and using the side of my brush, okay, see that? It's a little bit darker in real time. Let's grab some more green. I'm using green apatite and some olive. Okay, now I'm going darker in value. Okay, and then I'm going to go and add some blue to this green, and it's going to get darker in here, right before our little roof. You see that? I'm leaving the edge of that wonderful, we had a hard time earlier, didn't we, Deb? We couldn't figure out to call this a barn or a stall or a stable or whatever. So we're like, the roof. All right, we're going to get some darker green down in here around this. So the underpainting now is coming through. And look how lovely that looks compared to this. Okay? There's a time and a place to paint like this, and there's a time and place when to paint like this. Knowing when would I paint like this? Well, there's probably other trees on the other side of this big old tree. Okay? That's one way. They say there's more than one way to skin a cat, but I couldn't tell you. I haven't had cat for dinner. All right. Look at this. All right. And guess what? Now that I've got some nice thick paint on here, I'm going to spritz this. Now it's going to get those two colors playing together. Looks like we got Nico over here asking something. I gotta go. I will watch the rest later. Thanks. You are so welcome. I appreciate you too. Have a wonderful week. We'll see you next week too, Nico. And thanks for spending time with us on your lunch break. All right. We're going to get in here, and I'm going to do some of this wonderful stuff in here. Like that. It might be helpful if I pull up the actual picture. And we are over time, but I'm gonna, if you want to hang out for a little bit more, I see there's 11 of you on here. We will finish this slight demo of the underpainting process. And I'm pulling up this picture. And yes, lovely. So this is a little bit different than the actual photo, but we're making a painting, right? Right. All right, under here is a roof, and we're gonna paint that in. And to make it have that feeling of like barn goodness, I'm gonna add some red underneath there. It's just subliminal. It's to set the codes like, hey, this is a roof. And we are visual storytellers, and you've got to take that time. The reason why the red is because I would prefer to use the red instead of black. The red is going to create this nice little visual tension, okay? And it doesn't have to go black. I mean, here's black, Lauren McCracken black. And if you want a black that's transparent, Lauren McCracken black is a real nice black. Look at that roof. All right, and then one side is going to have a little lovely shadow, like so, just to make this pop real quick. All right, and then this is going to come down here, and we've got this other thing here, like this. But that one's in the in the light. So let's add some color. We're going to put some of this color right in here, in here, and here. I didn't take it all the way to the top because there's shadow. There's a shadow happening on there. And we got the Queen Gold Deep. Let's add that right over here. Bum, bum, bum. Now, it's always good to be able to save your whites. But I come from the school of we've got to be kind to ourselves, give ourselves lots of grace, and not come from that critical brain, that stinking thinking it just doesn't belong in your painting. And so I have no problem using some gouache white. The gouache is popular right now. It's being accepted into galleries, competitions, and it's not necessarily fixing per se. It is just another tool to get the job done. I don't know. I remember in college not having a can opener, and there I was trying to open the can opener with a knife and a hammer because those people did not put the tuna can with the little pull off top. What were you guys thinking when you made this cans of tuna? Most people I know take tuna with them and eat it somewhere else. And there it was. Hey, hand me that hammer. So look, we've got now the underpainting, and we've got the tree coming forward. Uh, and then we've got our lovely little roof to our little place thing here. There is a car back here, and I'm gonna extend that wall because this is my painting. Uh, Debbie, who is watching, already painted this place, and she sold her painting, bravo, to the lady that owned this place. And way to go. Give her a hand clap because we all deserve it. It's nice when you sell a piece of art. I'm going to get some of this lavender. And yes, I didn't forget the underneath the. There we go. I did not forget the under the horse. I'm going to come back. Here we go. Nice. See that little car? Simple. It's already looking like a car, isn't it? Now I can add just a little tonality on the front of the car. Let's say it's a white car, so the hood's going to be white, but this part is not going to be in the sunlight. Do you see how now it's just sitting back there in the distance? Let's paint around our little horse. This is called negative painting. There we go. I'm just leaving myself some breathing room around this little dude. Cool, right? And let's go ahead and put it back in right over here. I'm going to leave some white over his back. Like that. Now there's a like a house or a building or something back here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make that dappled lighting from the tree on the roof of the house. You see that dappled lighting? Whoa! So cool, right? This is going to go a little bit darker right here. Okay, I'm going to make that roof of the house that's behind here. Now, I was really happy that actually Debbie left that roof out. This could be another motorhome. Country folk, they put stuff everywhere in the yard. As long as you don't have to haul it off to pay for the dump. Those city people charging us to go dump our stuff. Let's get this a little darker here. Look at that. That's coming around really good. I prefer to do that background, all right, middle ground before I come to these two horses up front. Okay. That little ground underneath our little buddy right here, I'm going to take this. This is some dirt that's right here. And it's nice and warm. Because these horses have been walking around out here in this sand and dirt. Okay. And then we've got some grass that meets up with that. See, I'm leaving the fence. This grass is here. Right in there. There's a post. Now, I'm going to go a little bit richer with the grass. Do you see how I'm cutting it in? I'm not using the point I'm not using the point of my brush. I'm not doing this. It's not a pencil. It's a paintbrush. All right. And then we kind of come in here like this. And then this darker goodness here. And check it out. Now, I don't paint each little grass thing. I just spritz this right here. And it's going to make some nice little textures. See that? See how that now comes forward? Okay. This is an underpainting that has 3 colors. I will do this one more time going over this, because by just doing this first layer, it's going to get saturated. Does that make sense? When I'm spritzing this and it was already light and warm colors, it's going to get lighter. Okay, so I'll do another pass over this little section. And so I hate to do it, but this was a good one. We went over these phalos mainly, and some quinacridones, right? We had some quinacridones in a red, and there were phthalo blue and phthalo green, turquoise, and what have you. And then we also had a specific color that was asked about today, the Queen Gold and the Queen Sienna and the Queen Gold Deep. And then I brought out this lovely other color here, the transparent Pyro Orange. So I think we did some good stuff. I hope that helped you, Deb, and also Chuck, because Chuck said, hey, oh no, that wasn't Chuck's. Chuck's was right here, and he said, how about a demo lesson discussion on underpainting? And we can address this a little more on a longer painting. Yeah. So here's a recent painting I did that if you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, you might have saw it. But this is one of my current paintings. Let's back out just a little bit more. So here's one of my current paintings here. And there's some underpainting going on. And I wonder if you can figure it out. So thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. Have a wonderful week. We will be back next week. Put in the chat other things you'd like to see. Lance Meyer said, finally did get signed up for the workshop. Oh, that's wonderful. There's some people that just hopped on, and I'll tell them what you're talking about. So Lance Meyer will be attending my workshop. It's on February 12th, 13th, and 15th. We're taking a day off on the 14th. You're not going to want to sign up after February 4th, because the cutoff deadline. And so we filled it up. We had it was over 11 people, and we kind of keep it small so you can ask lots of questions. So this workshop, we're going to be painting the boats in the harbor. This is an example of a painting I did up in Santa Barbara Harbor, and we're going to be doing some good stuff. So Chuck Davis, if you want to see even more underpainting, we're gonna be doing stuff like that in this workshop. And so I highly recommend you go over to Cheap Joe's in the search tab, put in Gabriel Stockton, and the class will come up. If you can't find it there, go on over to my website at gabrielstocktonfineart.com. Go under workshops, and there's a link. You'll find it there. All right, let's see. Bum bum bum. Well, that's it. I come on the camera, but the camera's being funny, so that's all good. Thank you so much. I appreciate every one of you. Have a wonderful week. Keep those brushes wet, and I'm sure you're going to encourage people and give them a brighter look on life with your wonderful paintings, because there's so many times people say, I walk by there every day and I would never think to do a painting. How much is that? Hey, Glowy, you are welcome. Thank you so much for joining us today. If you would like to connect with me, my email, let's see if there's a banner that has the email, but you can connect with me at my website. My email is very similar to the website. I'll put it right here in the chat. It's info at Gabriel, my name, Stockton, fineart.com. And let's see if it wants to post. And add a banner. And let's see. Hey, look at there. Info at GabrielStocktonFineArt.com. That's how you can reach me if you have any questions. Some of you also might be interested in doing some private tutoring, whether if you want to come paint with me here in San Diego, or if you want to do some Zoom sessions so we can get you from point A to B. All right, that's all I got. Have a wonderful day. I appreciate you coming, and yeah, go check out some more stuff over on my YouTube channel. Make sure you smash that like button and hit subscribe, and sharing's caring. Have a wonderful day, guys. Take care.